What up, Wheatfield? What it do, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. We are so excited to be back. We're on a much needed energy break. Yes, to resettle, to reground, deepen our connection. And when I tell you, back. What up? Wow, we got some messages. What up, Wheat? What it do? What up, y'all? Sweet. Welcome back to the Wheat Field. Welcome to you. If you new, hi. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the Wheat Field. We having a cocktail. It's Friday night, June the 16th, 2023 is when we are filming this. Whenever you get it, it's still good for now. Why? Because it's always now. So we have some coconut milk. Yes, a little splash of cinnamon and some coconut extract just to deepen it a little bit. And then we put some rum in it too. That's okay though. It tastes like a tropical little something. And it's very, very tasty. Very tasty. We just gonna sip on that, a little sippy here, sip there, sip. You know what I'm getting at. What up, y'all? I'm so excited. I feel like we've been gone for a very, very long time. It's literally, we got sat down for 3 days. But some unexpectedness happened on Thursday, which was supposed to be our first day back, Ashe. And it was kind of like a message in that, too. Very, very unexpected. Personal kind of tower moment, but it is one of those things where towers set up blessings. So we are taking it all in stride, understanding that what is going to come out of it is going to be good for the long term, and to just go with it and trust the source, the spirit of us, all while we're going through it. And I'm telling you, it's definitely something that I believe it is divinely guided and it's gonna be helpful. Yes. With that being said, y'all, your girl got a slew out here. You know how I always do. I got a bazillion bunches of cards on the table, and we just ordered like 5 more sets of decks of cards. We love cards, right? But anywho, these cards that we just ordered are all like affirmations, and I was just really like meditating today and in the spirit, and just really feeling the energy of self-love and self-care, and wanting to have more communicative tools to kind of dig into that. Things that we could do as reminders, as a collective, as a we feel. One more again. What up, y'all? Sweet. Anyway, yes, just to strengthen us, like in terms of while we're on this spiritual journey. It's a lot of people that are awakening, and going through that can be very, very jarring. It could be very shaky. It could be like, what is this, right? And it could be also very isolating. And that is really, really, really what I was dialed into, keyed into. It's the isolation portion of the journey of this right here, the awakening, right? So I really feel that energy. Again, so many people, it's the information age. We are going through another like great cycle of information, bringing back old things, and they are being represented to us as new things that we will use as tools to break the curses, again, that have been placed and have been operating for generations. That's what we've been talking about. Everybody's talking about breaking generational curses. It's almost like the catchphrase or the tag phrase of the day. But what does that really mean, Ashe? Right? To be a curse breaker and to step out, to be innovative, it's like you have to break out. You have to go against the grain. You have to do something different than what the masses of population or people in your community around you are doing. And that can make you feel isolated. It can make you question self. It can make you just really feel in an upheaval, in an uproar, and like everything is wrapped up in a tornado, or again, like you're very closed off in that hermit space. And to care for self, or even to come out, if you at the point where like you've been in hermit so long, spirit is like, okay, now You, we done showed you. You've been in counsel. You getting good. You strong. And now it's time for you to step out. And it could be some hesitancy when it comes to getting back out there and showing the world you, right? We think everybody makes the analogy of the caterpillar and the butterfly, but it takes courage to go into the cocoon and to change, right? You may be feeling called to do something different and to go into that space or off to self and cocoon in and hibernate while you go through the metamorphosis, right? Having all of everything that you were used to fallen and stripped away, the alchemy that takes place in that space, and then growing all these new appendages and foreign body parts and all this stuff. Like, you're just very different from what even you're used to. So then you have to get used to your new you. And then to step out and show others the new you is a thing, right? Because it'd be like, we still caterpillars. And you done went off and changed into this whole thing. Oh, they changed. You acting strange. You real funny acting now. Right? Because they still creepy crawling doing the caterpillar thing, munching on leaves and in this one perspective. But you change into something, a entity, an energy now that could fly and rise above. You have a whole different purview, a whole different POV, a whole different outlook. And it's very hard to talk to the caterpillars about what they got going on, or what used to be, or what you used to be into when you not that no more. Like, you got a whole different purview. You meant to sync up with other butterflies that have also transformed. You are meant to mate with another butterfly. You are meant to do your thing, let your wings dry in the sun, flap them a few times and see what that feel like, and then start to take flight. And when you take flight, you definitely are going to go off to places that those who have not transformed can go. They cannot go. Like, it is impossible for them to go with you. Not saying that they can't go through their own metamorphosis and take flight too and go on their own journey, their own trajectory, but if you have transformed, they can't go with you. They just cannot. And it's going to take for them, each caterpillar, in their own time, divine timing, to go into their own personal cocoon and to go through their own personal metamorphosis. Yeah, it's a surface level, analogy that is used all the time. But do we really take the moment to think about how deep that is? How personal it is? How unique it is, right? Nobody is in that cocoon with you. Nobody is experiencing exactly what you are going through. And there isn't anybody around that you could talk to. It's just you and your spirit. And your spirit is guiding you through it, through your own metamorphosis. Showing you what needs to come away. Comforting you along the way. Then breaking you out once you're done with that development. And then showing you what it is that you're going to do next. And I feel like that is going to be today's topic on the Tears and Wheat Tarot show. Well, you sure enough never know what you're going to get. Because this right here, beloved, is like life. It's like a whole box of chocolates. Let's get it. So I'm going to talk, all about what I've been, on my hiatus, while I put some of this ish away, because we really don't even have enough space to do nothing right now. That is so good. So good. I'm really glad that I picked the kind, not just coconut water, but it's like the organic pressed. So it's more like coconut milk than, water. So it felt like it was going to have some more good stuff in it, which it feel like it does. Yes. Which one? Put that over there. Okay. So we just putting some cards away, just making a little bit of space. This one right here was our love deck, and on the top it said, let me go. So that's an energy. And just off of reading Let Me Go, I feel like somebody just needs, like, telling they connected they peeps, like, let me go and be me. Let me go and do me. Like, or let go of the idea that you have of me. Okay, because yeah, it's sometimes you just have to tell them, like, look, I'm not what you thought I was. Okay, I done went and transformed, and now I done came back a whole new thing, and I got these here wangs, and I felt like, what's that movie with I think is Michael Keaton and Mark Wahlberg and maybe even Will Ferrell and the other guys when he kept when Mark Wahlberg kept saying, I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. And then it's like, peacocks don't fly. But he was convinced, like, let me go, let me be me, I'm a peacock. Let me fly. Spirit says you're not a peacock, you a butterfly. You a butterfly. And you gotta go fly. You gotta go fly, right? I feel like, somebody hanging out in the field of Gaia and something is waiting for you. You see how they got their finger up? It's almost like they waiting on the butterfly to come and land on their finger, right? So I feel like somebody is out there waiting for you. Like, you had to go through this metamorphosis and go through this change to get to the opportunities for you, that there's a whole other landing spot that the universe is supporting you in getting to. But you don't know that if you hold on to the past. If you hold on to the past and you deny the true voice that's inside, that's calling you to something greater, to something bigger, and not knowing that that's really the healthy thing, the good thing for thee, so that you can grow up and be all that you were destined to be. And like I figured, there's a partnership waiting for you after you get through all of it. Just what I'm saying. Just what I'm reading off the table. We have the littlest fairy here, and that's appreciating the beauty and the value of the exquisite and the small. Yeah, because I feel like you being this unique beauty, holding on to self, to yourself, like appreciating all the beauty of you. And maybe others just didn't see the beauty in you. How could they if it's bottled up on the inside and you haven't had the opportunity to allow it to express, to allow it to come out? Communication and relationship work to be done. Yeah. Relationships could be undone when you begin to change, when you begin to morph, when you begin to evolve and adapt to your current situation, to the insight that you have been given, the vision that you've been given by the source itself requires you to evolve and to adapt. And again, everybody ain't gonna get down with that. They just not. You want this out? You want this away? Put it away. All right, all right, all right. Where's the box to it? It's so many boxes up here, I say. Is that it? No. Maybe it's still over here somewhere. I promise you, like, we have so many cards. Your girl is gonna really have to go through all of these cards and really reorganize all of this, because it's just so much. It really, really is. Manifestations. Do we want to keep fooling with it? No. Spirit say no. Because it's like, well, what did we do with the box? We don't even know. So maybe we need to make some space down in here. Okay, we got some space in there. Do you want to read it? No. What about this one? Holy Grail. Okay, let's look at this. We got the Ten of Wands sitting out here. 1444 on the phone when I said that. Getting to a place of stability, but 1 and 4 is a 5 and 44 is an 8. So that's changing, I feel, into what it is, into your divinity. yeah, what you were destined to become. That change, again, is what we're talking about, and it is not fun. Again, balancing. A balancing act, something that again, I see beauty and harmony. It is like pulling out that inner beauty in you and you being harmonious with the new you. But again, we saw that Ten of Wands, that burdens and issues, almost like drama. Like people are not going to be okay with the new you. They just not. And I heard the word mama. You could be a divine feminine. It could be, of course, I feel like masculines. Of course, my masc are going through this too. Yeah. I see balance and patience with the temperance card here. Somebody is really going through a balancing thing. Being called to invest in self and to balance. Seven of Pentacles, I feel like is investing in you. Maybe you're making steady progress towards coming out, but I feel like maybe you could be worried about coming out, and it is not lost on me that this beloved is in a field. We just saw Gaia, but they're surrounded by butterflies. Definitely feel like they are pretty comfortable in their butterfly state, but worried about the bursting out and showing everybody your new appendages, Ashe. It's so different from everybody around me and those that know me and everything that we've come to know. I hear historical, I hear, cultural. I'm different, and worried and concerned about coming out into the light, about coming out, stepping out into the sun. And the big thing about it is just continuing to balance within self. With the justice and the scales, I feel balancing. Maybe you are either doing some teetering, some really thinking about it. I feel like somebody's scales is kind of going like this, up and down, but really being able to see the beauty of self, the beauty, coming to beauty in harmony. And I feel so different. Like, what are these things? Like, what are they going to think about me? What do I think about? Because everything is introspection, because everything is about you, right? It's your journey, it's your experience. So to find the beauty within self, to come to balance with that, have patience with you. Right? Looking at things again, we see higher learning, but I feel a higher perspective. Your POV is definitely changing. And I feel like you definitely are a person that has gone through some things. Like this metamorphosis that you've gone through has been challenging. And I see a couple of things that just kind of goes right along with all of that. Hermit, we stopped right there on Hermit, right? We've been talking about being in the hermit space, really letting that inner spirit guide you into something that you intuitively know. Queen of Cups energy. Maybe you are gifted, or maybe you're just really protective, even protective over self at this moment in time. Showing yourself compassion, right? Or maybe you need to show self more compassion. And that's what I felt like a part of our 3-day hiatus was, to not only ground, to see how we are still evolving in this day and age, day and time. I mean, like, we started jumping into service about a year ago, but how we serve, I believe, is going to change. Pieces, perspective, and how we serve is going to change. It's evolving, it's morphing, it's adapting. And to remain flexible with self as we grow, and as our delivery grows, as our ministry. It's not like, religious, we're spiritual. So if we didn't say that part, your girl Lati here at Tears and We Throw Show, we are spiritual, not religious at all. We are not, because we don't get into that. We study theology, we do. But we study world theology because we love to see how the source has spoken to its wheat field all over time, throughout the ages. Like, so it has a word, the infinite intelligence, the eternal Lord of all creation called everything in creation by its intelligence, and feels and animates and connects and binds with the breath of life. Right? So we are animated with the breath. And I'm in rhythm, I'm in frequency, and I am working to tune my frequency to that of the source, for which called me to come and deliver a word unto its wheat. First, a word that's edifying unto self, right? Because we on a journey, yes. And then we be so full. We offer all things up, do we not? Yes, we do. You want to sit? Mm-hmm. Who else? Y'all do. Mm-hmm. And, yep. And thank you so much for having received it. With your blessing, I receive what you will give on to me. Okay. So, edifying unto self. And we receive back what's given, and we will overflow. And we serve all of that out. Like, it just out onto the wheat field, you know. And so anybody that's seeking this type of energy, this type of word, is there for you. I mean, and the message is what it is. You heard what you heard. That's that 10 of Pentacles. We saw that too. Knight of Swords is that rushing energy. Something rushing in. I feel like something is coming on to you. Something that's an unstoppable force. Like, again, when the source hired you, who gonna fire you? Nobody. It's unstoppable. With the Father, Mother, Spirit says, all of creation, Ashe, has spoken. Who gonna stop that? Nothing. Nothing. Our source that called us our light, speak a word over your life, it ain't no stopping that. And tower moments come to put us in alignment, to push us. Like I said, we just had some, you know, but it's moving us into a way where we know that's where we're supposed to be. It's going to be a good thing, and we embrace it. And we look introspectively to see what we can learn from it so that we can grow. We can be edified, because the tower, it's edifying. It's showing you something. It's teaching you something. It's helping you grow through your situation. Because some things is just time. And again, divine timing. Knight of Wands. Helping you prepare so you can not rush, but you know, you could take decisive action. You could be prepared to take action. Because we just on an adventure, light on a voluntary escape, having some experiences, Ashe, pardon. But you're going to come out all right. Again, edified and strong, and having everything that you need so that you can move forward. And when I say move forward, I mean with some unstoppable energy, like that. Yeah, it's just that movement, that force that cannot be stopped. It's unstoppable. And something is coming in, something is happening. I feel awakening, I feel metamorphosis, I feel transformation, I feel folks changing. Yes. Two of Wands, planning, but that Ace of Cups is right behind it, because this Ace of Cups is divine love, right? And we just talked about being overflowing. This is miracles happen. Plan and expect miracles. Expect it to come in. You are being careful, right? When you go into that cocoon state, when you are changing, you are developing a vision. That vision is being given onto thee, like you got a staff in one hand and you got the world in the other, and you are looking at something greater. And you need that miraculous type of energy to keep working towards it, to stay focused in it, and yeah, make the right judgment. And that's what, again, that cocoon does. Helps us get to the point where we can make the right judgment, where we can start all over again. It's the place where that the unlimited potentiality resides. You have to trust. You have to have faith. And knowing that whatever the source is doing with you, you're going to be okay. Ace of Cups, love. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Ace of Wands coming out prepared and ready with a whole new passion, caring, charisma, things that are just creative. Again, that Fool card with the Knight of Cups, that's creativity. Creating a new vision, a new passion within thee. Yeah, something that's going to free you. Something that's going to free you from that mental imprisonment. The blockages of your mind. Changing your mindset. Changing your whole POV. Helping you to balance. And again, see things from a different perspective. Seeing things from a different... And I love the way the arms are up. Like... almost like she could take off, take flight, and her dress looks like clouds almost, like she's so high up. But I just really feel the balancing. And of course, people don't really talk about Two of Pentacles. They think about, oh, juggling more than one thing. But yeah, you are juggling, but it's a conflict, but it's because you're learning to see things different. Right? You're juggling the old mindset with the new mindset. And to balance this out helps you see things in a different perspective. It helps you rise above what was before and come to balance with what is. Yeah, balancing out conflict over the past. Yep. And yeah, look at this. Into delays. New POV from these conflicts, right? The chaos, competition. People from the past, people that knew you from before. Like, you weren't like that before. Oh, you done changed. Now you acting funny. Now you acting real strange. You look real strange. And you might feel isolated. You might feel left out. You might feel like you've lost something. I lost my fuzzy covering and all the legs that I had, and you know, the way that I moved. I lost all of that, and I lost being around all the people that I was there with, and we did all the same things and we did all the same shit. But guess what? A death came to it. A death. And what does that say? I'm learning that endings are only new beginnings. It's a transition, a metamorphosis. Releasing the things of old. And look what's behind this death. Friendships. Friendships. Isn't that pretty much this 6? Old relationships. You know, nostalgia. People that you used to be connected with. People that might have had you held up. Or maybe you're delayed because you don't want to release it. You don't want to surrender it, Ashe. You don't want to sacrifice it. Surrendering to the changing, to the remaking, to the remolding, to the alchemy that's taking place in your cocoon, you see. Maybe you don't want to spread your wings. Maybe you are upset that you even grew wings. Like you got forced into this cocoon by this tower moment and you sprouted wings in there and you're like, holy shit, I don't want to come out because what are others going to think of it? What are they going to think? You want anything else in here? No. Where are we putting this? You want to move this? You want this? Okay. Yeah, we don't even have room to put them in there. They don't fit. You want to look at this, though. Okay. We're going to set these right here because we just don't have enough room. Having a heart-to-heart conversation is here on the top. And Source wanted to say that because that's what we're doing. We're having a heart-to-heart conversation about true love. And that's the love of self, right? The truest love is to love yourself through and through, like accepting all of you, like the breath of you, like the beginning and the end and everything in between, coming to balance with of that. And we've seen a couple examples of the balance card, from the Two of Pentacles to the Temperance to the Justice scales. All of it speaking to balance, right? And to even have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, beloved. Like, are you able to look in the mirror at self and have a conversation with you and recognize the changes that you've gone through, right? I've morphed from these things in this type of way to these are now my new values, Ashe, and or this is what I could see, or this is where I'm at currently, and this is where I could see going. Like, again, that Two of Wands, like I got the world in one hand getting a new vision and the staff in the other saying I'm ready to go, or I'm prepared, I've learned some new skills, I'm ready to step forward. Or are you kind of pulled back and reserved and just a little bit nervous? Where you at? Getting to know each other. That's a part of that looking into the mirror, right? Getting to know the new you. Who are you now that you're a butterfly and you've come out of your cocoon? Again, are you ready to flirt with you? Maybe somebody else is looking at you like, ooh, they kind of cute. I'm just saying. You done grew wings and you done changed. You rolling with a whole new crew, a whole new crowd. And yeah, that's Soul Tribe. Somebody in there is going to notice you. And they're going to be like, yeah, that's my boo. We got to, yeah. And tell you this. Not only do you, after retreat, coming out of this retreat, pulling back, going into self discovery, right? You realize that you deserve love, and you will meet others on that same wavelength, that same frequency. Maybe they will let you know that you need to be optimistic about how you love on thee, on self. Again, that's why we start to see separation. Oh, look at this engagement. Ooh, you might really be done met your whole soulmate coming up soon. I'm just saying, because you probably went through something like this. That unrequited love, dealing with others that didn't really get you, that really didn't love you back. When it feels good, good, loving somebody, when somebody loves you back. And that's a fact. Oh, yes. See, those tower moments. Unrequited love. People that don't, really, y'all ain't vibing on the same wavelength. And maybe it was something you didn't walk away from. And the source came and was like, yeah, no, that's done. Because there's something else for you and something that you need to do. And I need you to move. So I'm about to blow all of this up. Like, to what? Like, boom! Gone. Dust. Right? And it's sent you off. Hermit mode. Isolation. And what you did was go into self. No blame on others. Maybe I feel like, but mostly onto you. And if you blaming self, quit on that too. Okay? Everything is to learn you. Is to grow you. We saw growing up earlier. It's to drive you to grow. To push you on the road that you're supposed to be traveling. To push you in the way that you're supposed to go. Everything is in divine timing. But we pick up tools and lessons along the way so that you can be prepared and properly nourished and edified for your work, Ashe. Right? Yeah, unrequited love is a trip. Yeah, but we saw that you do deserve love, and somebody else probably want to flirt with you. And this right here is in the trajectory. I see it's like down the line is coming. It ain't this now, but it's in the future now. Meeting your other butterfly, Ashe. I'm just saying, once you do this and free yourself from the monotony, from the cycling, from the generational curses. You were not designed to remain a caterpillar. You just wasn't. It wasn't your calling to die before you transition. No. It was your calling to go through the metamorphosis. And there will be a divine connection because of it. Your energetic match will, you will run against each other. You spread them wings and fly and take off. It's all in divine timing. Why? Because the source said so. And again, if the source said it, who could change it? Not you, not them, not the old friends, not the old peeps. Nobody can change what the source said. It is what it is. The source said what it said, and that's it. Just saying. Yeah, it could be people that you've known since childhood. And maybe this person is going to make you feel like a child again. Maybe it's going to be fun and flirtatious and young and make you feel real effervescent. Somebody that you can really trust with your heart, with your genuine feelings, to be vulnerable with. Yeah. Yeah, what did I say? Somebody that's going to be flirty. You could be already flirting with somebody, or they could be trying to flirt with you, or maybe, you know, I don't know. It's going to come up real soon. I don't feel like it's now, though. I feel like it's soon. Yes. We got this box. Do you want to put this up? Okay. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Friendship is back, but death is still here. And worry. I definitely see worry and regret and guilt over love. Light on a voluntary escape. Having some experiences. Going on an exploration. You know, exploring some new stuff, some things that are outside of your current comfort zone. But you're being called into a space where you're uncomfortable. What did I say? A part of the issue is surrenderance. Surrendering to what is now, Ashe. A new point of view. Something that's good and healthy for you. And we saw health in the other day. We already read this. Synchronicities. Yes. You're going to a place that's healthier for you, that's better for you, that is, you know, I hear 4 pillars, not just physically and mentally, financially, but emotionally. Your emotional health, peace, beloved, a sense of freedom. But right now, the main thing that I feel is loneliness, that isolation, that hesitancy to come out of isolation, right? But if you can come out, what did we say? Freedom, peace, success is there. It is. You just have to get over the feeling stuck. Like almost hear stage fright. Like stage fright. Like you're afraid to step into the limelight. You're afraid to flex your wings a little bit. Show them like, I'm the fucking shit. You see these? Ain't nobody got no wings like these. My butterfly pattern on these wings is unique. Right? That's what you are. You ain't no alien superstar, but you definitely a star. Awakened to be different. To lead the charge into something different. Again, that's what I feel. Loneliness. Like you've been in hermit so long you don't know. But maybe again you don't realize that you're not alone. Right? It is recognizing, I know that I am never alone. You are not. And I see all of these spiritual energies, and they are all connected to earth, and they are all out in the cosmic ether, like held within the whole of creation, but just not alone, each with their own array of lights. Like they all have an assignment, right? And standing on their own, holding up these lights, I feel the yoke that they are each decreed and ordained to bear, and each one of them have, again, this number of lights, but you could feel alone when you're holding that yoke, not really seeing that there is a whole tribe around you doing the same thing. You are not a butterfly by yourself. Just like I said, it's a lot of folks that are awakening. And when you come out and you're one of those people to break the generational curses, to do things different, to think different, to speak different, to operate different, to move different, it can make you feel alone. But you're not by yourself. You're not. It's others that are called to do that work with you. And I think if you just look to your left, look to your right, you will see that there were others with that same type of decree. You see that? How each one is holding a yoke of lights. They're holding it to lift up all of those lights, to lift them up, to raise them up. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in a whole tribe with a decree to raise the lights, to raise the frequency? Yes, beloved, you're one of them. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Can you persevere through it, through the grief of falling away, so that you can step, I hear, the limelight, Ashe? Yeah, because you get put underneath a microscope, and some things have to go. But peace is here. And grief leads us to gratitude. So if you have any blaming of self, do this. A whole heap of it. Forgive you and forgive others, beloved, for they know not what they do. They just don't. They got a whole different point of view. And so do you. And you got to have this courage to bust out and to bring forth what was planted, seeded deep inside of you, to be who you were called to be. A beautiful butterfly with a major decree. Major decree. Lifting up the frequency, vibrations, tuning the frequency, helping lifting lights. Again, what's love? Light on a voluntary escape. If you are here to help illuminate others' lights, lighting, illuminating, lifting them up, Ashe, that is a whole decree. And to be edified so that you can do that work, I'm one of them. Hey y'all, this your girl Lati. Hopefully by now your favorite channel messenger, but we'll just keep going. We'll see. Yeah, improving the health, the frequency. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. What's our soul? The source of us living? Yes. You are a vessel onto the Most High God, the eternal source of all of creation itself, called, uniquely, given a decree, ordained to do a work. What is it? To help raise the frequency, to tune the frequency, to brighten the lights, increase some lumens, you see. First, starting with thee, by having the courage to do some cocooning, having the courage to bust out, you see, having the courage to take on a new mindset, a whole new POV. Again, you might have to release some of these. That falling away ain't no joke, I say. But your true relationships, soul tribes come in. Those that will help you. We got pride. But those that will help you in your work. Those that are destined to come alongside of you. But you can't get through them or to them if you don't bust out and go forth. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Yeah. Others that will see things the same way as you. Maybe see the new you and really are attracted to the new you. Again, attracted to your light, to your energy, to your frequency. But be careful. Use some discerning. Yes. Again, imagination and the lighter things in life. Lifting the frequency, the vibration. How we're vibing. But have some fun with it. Your love on a voluntary escape, it's just an adventure. It's just exploration. It's just